Hello and welcome to the Friday live stream. All behold and witness my glorious Superman shirt that came in the mail today, straight out of the package onto my body. I love this thing. I don't usually like wearing like bright blue colors like this. I'm more of a black man because black is slimming, and I need all the slimming I can get on camera. So bear with me as I curl now my hair and I transform before your eyes into Clock and Superman. Oh, hello, wonderful people. Thank you so much for being here. I love your faces. I finally made it on time to one of these live streams, man. It is a wonderful day to see you all here. What a wonderful day, Aura. Super Chris. That's right. W Superman. I'm so happy. Oh, this shirt is so cool. I like the symbol. It's growing on me. It's crazy. I can't wait for that movie, man. We need more stuff of that. Super 3C in the house, of course. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful Friday night because, this might not be the only content you get of 3C today. Although this whole week was pretty slow. Not a lot was happening. You might have seen there wasn't a lot of videos posted on the channel this week. And it's because not a lot was happening. Not a lot of news was coming out. A lot of the movie reviews I wanted to get to, they didn't have early screenings for. And that's because we went from things like Trap and Borderlands. And I like Trap. Did not like Borderlands, but the studio didn't have enough faith in them to give you press screenings, so it delayed a lot of those early reviews for me. Either way, the reason I'm saying you might get more content is because right now, D23 is happening, and Kevin Feige is supposed to be making some announcements, doing some stuff, so as soon as this live stream ends, Pop is going to go to work to whatever they announce, and hopefully they got some strong announcements there. We'll get into all that, but some of the things we'll be discussing here today, guys, is we got talk about what we expect from D23, even though it's like literally 3 hours away. Crawl 2 got announced. We're going to be looking at the alien Romulus reactions, and if you thought the opening of my last live stream was crazy, wait till what I got to show you next. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to be looking at some Deadpool 3 cut cameos that got announced. A lot of people I was not expecting to be part of that movie were almost in the movie. Venom 3 is doing some reshoots right now in New York. Sony, what are you trying to pull out your butt? Don't you do it, Sony. Put the camera down. And some more FNAF 2 images got released since the last time we talked about it, and it's brought some confusion up a little bit on the movie. Oh, we're gonna get into all that here, guys. So let's just jump into it. Let's just get into it. So let's start off with talking about, guys, we got D23 happening. It's gonna what is this? My internet should not be that slow. What was that? Oh, that was embarrassing. Oh, here we go. Well, this is perfect. D23 begins tomorrow. It's happening right now. And they're going to be doing all these announcements. Let me see if I can get to the Hollywood. There we go. I think they posted it. Let's see. They had the schedule posted just earlier today. So that way you can expect, so you know what to expect when they come out with. And look, we already got a ton of photos we're going to look at here of announcements being made. Okay, so this was the thing. So it begins tomorrow, which is right now, saying Disney at 10 p.m. ET, Disney will have their panel where they're going to talk about Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and more. That's what's about to happen at 10 p.m. ET, which is like 3 hours from this live stream right now. So that's why I said we're going to live stream. We're going to chalk it up, and then whatever gets announced, Papa will make a separate video for you. I feel like sure, I could wait the whole 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours and do it. I just don't think it'd be that exciting to be like, oh, the Daredevil trailer. Oh, the Snow White trailer. Oh, look, guys, it's that dude trailer. Let me make a good video for you since we didn't have good videos to be made this week. So we're going to be talking about that. And then tomorrow, they got the upcoming panel for the Marvel animation stuff. And I know some people might not care about that, but Kevin Feige was rocking. Let me see if I can get to it. Was rocking a hat that lets you know they're talking about. See here, everybody went crazy because they thought, oh my God, Kevin Feige's wearing a hat to promote Spider-Man 4, and he's wearing the anti-Venom suit or the Future Foundation suit. Oh, Spider-Man 4 is gonna go crazy. No, my friend. This is for the animated Spider-Man show that was announced like freaking 4 or 5 years ago. Feels like forever ago when it was first called Spider-Man Freshman Year. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man now, and it's just going to be showcasing off finally getting a look at that footage. You know, X-Men 97 knocked it out of the park, and I'm hoping this show can be good. But I was a little bit more excited for it when it was like the origin of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So we're gonna get a look at that tomorrow along with other stuff here. But so yeah, we'll see what happens there in 3 hours. Let's see what they already have on the floor, kind of. So they had this like they had the costumes from Deadpool and Wolverine. Can you imagine sniffing the costume Gambit was wearing? My name, yeah. That would have been nice. We know they got to be releasing that Daredevil Born Again trailer. If they do not release that to the public, I'm going to be so pissed. One thing I got to tell you people, which is like became very apparent, learn to wipe your phone camera screen, okay? We got to figure out this epidemic because I see it happening to my friends left and right, and I'm like, I don't want people thinking you're greasy because I know you ain't greasy, but the way you take photos and you leave the grease on your phone lens, I think you're greasy, okay? It's not that hard. You pop it out, you get ready to take a photo, takes 2 seconds, just right there, okay? And then you take your photo. Stop taking them greasy photos. Nothing pisses me off more than a greasy photo. We got Win or Lose, the Pixar series coming out. Finally, that was like one of the first things announced for Disney Plus, and it's barely being released. That's crazy how long that took. Zootopia 2 announcements. You can look forward to some Zootopia 2. I'm actually looking forward to that. Not because of the fan art that's gonna come with it, you sickos. But no, that'll be fun. Okay. Oh, we got some Tiana. Okay, cool. That's her show, right? Yeah, she's not getting a new movie yet. Pixar is going to be talking about Elio. Elio. There's word they're even going to announce a new Pixar movie at D23. So we'll see what they do. There's your first look at Judy Hopps and the Fox. Hello there, Judy Hopps. We meet again, don't we? Oh, the memories. The memories. Oh, we got some Chris Evans photos been released. The Gambit. Oh, that's we'll get into that whenever we talk about the Deadpool cameos that almost came out. Bill Skarsgård's birthday. So yeah, a lot of stuff we'll be able to get into. I'm hoping we get some updates on Toy Story 5 because we know that's in the works. Just an idea of the story or where that's headed. That would be nice. Bob Iger did say he'd like to make Inside Out 3, which I think is going to be a no-brainer. Inside Out just became like one of the highest grossing animated movies of all time. They're going to make 5 Inside Out movies just like they've milked Toy Story. But by the time we get to Inside Out 5, your boy's probably going to be in his 40s going, yeah, Riley, you fight that midlife crisis, Riley. Get that 401k, Riley. It's gonna be gnarly. Pixar's gonna kill it. Some Moana 2 stuff. So a lot of great stuff to look forward to. I'm kind of excited. We'll hear that stuff popping in and pouring out in about 3 hours, guys. And Papa will make a video separately for y'all. Just I know this will be useless as people who watching the thing back because the video will be out. So timestamps in the description for these live streams. They come very handy. All right, moving on now to some other topics while we wait until those D23 things start pouring in. Crawl 2 just got announced, my friends. Now, some of you might remember Crawl. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I really like the movie. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, okay. This was the movie that came 2019. Wow. And it was like during, I believe it took place in Florida, and it was during a big old hurricane, and this girl got stuck in her house during the hurricane with an alligator there. It's like one of those movies that you would maybe see on the Sci-Fi Channel, or that would be like a cheap rental at Blockbuster back in those days, but they actually nailed it. For what this movie was, they did it so well. It was suspenseful, it was brutal, it was cool. The fight between the girl and the crocodile, I really dug it. We thought, one was fine. They were like, nah, it's time to make a second one. They got the director returning, Alexander Aja, and this time, to spice things up, the movie will be set in New York City. Now, I doubt the same actress will be returning. If she does, girl, you got bad luck. No matter where you go, that crocodile's coming after you. That's crazy if they bring back the same girl. I don't know how I feel about that, because like the New York setting could obviously work. Like New York is built. New York, I'll be where dreams are made of. I had to stop there before I get copy strike. All right. There's a very obvious thing you could do there. A big old hurricane. You could do a storm, just raining and pouring, and an alligator comes. I don't know how many alligators there are in New York. It could be a zoo thing for all we know. It got loose from the zoo. but it could be cool. I see this as almost like the Quiet Place day one of the franchise, where they go bigger in scope. You have a lot more cast members. The crocodile's taking down more people, or is it an alligator? Am I mispronouncing the crocodile or alligator? I'm sorry, I don't know the difference. But let's look at what the difference is. Crocodile or alligator. Let's see how they look different. Okay, so an alligator is more handsome. Crocodile, he needs a dentist visit. Those are some real spiky ones. And you got a bit of an underbite, buddy. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, well, now we learned, guys. I'm sure you would be able to tell the difference. You could show me 2 crocodiles and alligators tomorrow. Papa's not gonna know. Papa's not gonna know. Papa's just gonna run. Papa's just gonna run. But either way, the sequel is gonna be called Walk. This is why I love you guys. This is why I think y'all are fantastic. Some of y'all are funnier than me. I didn't even think of that joke. That was so clever. New York and the Killer Rats. No joke, that could honestly be something right there. Like, I just went to New York for the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere. Bro's still bringing it up. Like the low taper fade meme. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up every day. You know what's crazy? Is I went to the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere. But I was excited to be in New York because I heard about them crazy rats. Did not see one rat when I was there. But I hope the alligator fights a giant rat. Crawl 2, gators in the tunnels. In the tunnel could work. Wait on Skibbity. What is this? Oh, alligators in the sewer. Okay, probably in the sewer. You're probably right. Okay, in the sewer then. I just feel like that's not that exciting unless they're trapped in the sewer, right? If they're trapped in the sewer, then gets a little exciting. Do I look pink on camera right now? Why do I look so pink on camera? What the bagiggity? Let me add some warm light. Let me add some warm light, guys. No, I still look very pink. Okay, sorry. I don't know. Stop it. Okay, there. Less pink. Sorry about that, guys. I looked at me. I'm like, I'm looking like Patrick over there. Okay. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. I thought the first one was good. The only thing that makes me sad is if that's what this director's working on, and that's what he's making next. Wasn't he the director that was making? Let me just double check. Oh no, I'm thinking about somebody else then. Okay, I thought this was the guy who did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and I'm like, I kind of want a sequel to Scary Stories in the Dark, my friend. Where's that movie at? But no, director. Let's see. Yeah, no, he just made a bunch of stuff though. Okay, still want Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark too. Don't know when that's coming out. All right. Here we go. Let's move on now to our next topic. Crawl 2. Exciting stuff. Alien Romulus. Oh, buddy. All right. Let's talk about Alien Romulus. Guys, the hype has been real for this movie ever since they announced Fede Alvarez to be the director. And, dude, I don't even know where to begin. So we're going to be taking a look at these behind-the-scene photos, dude. This is how I knew Fede Alvarez was going to cook. Isn't this just so much better than a fully CGI xenomorph in your face? Ridley Scott, you're great, and I'm currently doing my Alien rewatch. I just finished Prometheus, not even a couple hours ago. I actually really dig Prometheus, but I hate where the sequel went, Covenant, and I'll talk about that eventually. But, man, the practical xenomorphs are awesome. So we're going to look at the Alien reactions and see what people are saying, but there are some other stuff I want to peep you guys in on to let you know, because I think you'd appreciate this. Now, you know me. When I'm excited for a movie and I'm really looking forward to it, the only other thing that makes me happy about that is when a movie is having top-of-the-line crazy merch. And guys, write it in your calendars, put this out there, because they're going to sell out like crazy. I know it. Reebok is going to be coming out with Alien Romulus shoes. These are the Alien Stompers. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Alien Romulus, with Alien, but the Alien Stompers go all the way back to the original Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver and all that. They actually released these shoes in 2019. For some reason, I decided to not get them, and now they're like $1,000 if you want to find them when they were originally like $150 or something. But these were the shoes, right? And so it's just kind of been a thing. Reebok made these like futuristic looking shoes for the alien world. And I love when they do that. Just like the Nikes in Back to the Future. I love when shoe companies have that kind of pairing and marketing. And I think it's so cool. And now Fed Alvarez, who's a big Alien fan, he wanted to also give his own take on alien shoes in the world, and they'll be selling these. The only thing I'm like, I don't know if I love that. They already come pre-dirty. So if you're worried about getting these things dirty, they did it for you. They definitely stomped it, which I guess is a cool visual style, you know. I guess if it was just too clean cut, it wouldn't look good. But these will be coming out August 27th, I believe. So August 27th, they're going to be $170. So it's time to start snatching money from your mama's purse, mowing them lawns, or pushing people off stairs to get your money. Whatever you do, I don't blame you. Please don't do any of that. That was for comedic effect. Do not sue 3C Studios. That was my disclaimer. But I'm going to pick these up, and your boy's going to rock them. All right, so that's coming out, right? And then the other thing that, before we get into the reactions, is, man, Regal, which I only have 2 Regals in the Dallas area. Both of them are an hour away from me. But Regal knocked it out of the park with their Alien Popcorn Bucket merch this year, dude. I was pissed. So these are canisters that, like, you know, have the Wayland Corporation, a little face hugger on them. You put popcorn in them. They even light up green. Went to my Regal, sold out. They were gone. I didn't think they'd be sold out, but they were gone, my friend. Your boy's going to have to find another way to get his hands on these. But it wasn't the only popcorn bucket they had, okay? It's time for a little quick comparison game, and I'm going to need your assistance because these, pretty crazy. All right. This veiny boy is the popcorn bucket that Regal has come out with. And now there are 2 versions of this. And oh, look at the veiny detail. You know what they were doing ever since that Doom popcorn bucket. They purposely are doing interesting things with these things, okay? And just to get it out of the way, because I know people are going to ask. This is for scientific reasons. Cue the Dune music, please. Hey, oh my God. Oh man, do not ask why I have this popcorn bucket so readily available. Okay, but we got this one, and we have the Cinemark version, right? Which one did it better, guys? Okay, there's pros and cons to both of these, so let's get into it, okay? Let's start off with talking about the Regal bucket, okay? The Regal bucket comes with the neck piece, so at least you can set it down and, you know, put it to the side. That's pretty cool. I like that it comes with the neck. I would say, although it's very detailed, it just looks veiny, man. Like, that thing just, like, cover up this head. And what do you think I'm showing? Imagine somebody clicking on the live stream right now, and your parents walk in and be like, oh, you're watching that YouTuber who talks? What, Jimmy, what are you looking at? I'm leaving this on the screen a pretty long time, man. Yeah, but, you know, at least they tried. You know, they got the little things there. Now, the way it opens up is here. So this is where you put your popcorn in. Pretty good amount of popcorn space there, I will say that. Pretty good. The other benefit about this is it actually has the second mouth. You know, like the Xenomorphs has that second little mouth. You could recreate that scene that Ridley has in Alien 3 where she's like, somebody make a poster of this and send it to me. Is that good? Let me try. Alien 3, directed by David Fincher. So that's what we got for the Regal one, right? And now, the Cinemark one, baby. Okay. In my opinion, you know I'm a Cinemark shill, but while this one is super detailed, it also has a much better paint job. It's just very well built. Now, if you're a real Alien nerd, they're going to tell you this Xenomorph is actually the Xenomorph head from Alien Covenant. So it's not even the Xenomorph head in Alien Romulus, but It's still a xenomorph, right? It's still a xenomorph, even if it's not the exact design. I thought the teeth look really cool. You don't get the second mouthpiece, nothing like that. It doesn't have the neck or the handstand, but it does have a handle, so you can hold it like this. And remember, in Alien vs. Predator, one of the girls at the end, she uses a xenomorph head as a shield. So that's what you kind of do here. Use it as a shield. So I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to let me know in that comment section who did it better. Regal, you definitely tried, and you created something interesting looking, but I think Cinemark won, man. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, so I'll let you guys decide that, and hopefully one day I get my hands on this canister because that was pretty cool. That light up canister is dope. Okay, all I'm saying is I'm loving the hype for Alien Romulus, and it's cool to see a lot of merch out there from shoes and popcorn buckets. So now let's get into, is this movie good? A lot of people got to see it last night for the first time. Let's go into reading some of these reviews, baby, because I was like, oh, okay. All right, so in no particular order. All right, here we go. We have the Escape Pod, which one day I'll be on the Escape Pod. They're very nice people, even though Hat Guy has the craziest takes. I don't know if you follow these guys on TikTok. As crazy as they may seem, they're actually very nice people. I've met them before. Okay, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Alien Romulus is by far the best movie of the year. It's the best in the franchise and may be my favorite horror. I can't wait to see it again, and I'm so excited for the world to enjoy this masterpiece like we did tonight. And this was something so cool that they did during the screening. They had a guy throw up, act like he was getting chest burst out. That is so cool that they did that, man. All for the people at the press screening. It just really set the mood. Immediately, lights dimmed, and the movie started. I think that's so dope. And again, this is kind of an interesting, because this guy, he's very critical and has the weirdest hot take sometimes. I'm sorry, Hat Guy. But like he didn't even like Deadpool and Wolverine, which I guess a lot more people didn't like it, but he didn't like it as much as other people. So it lets you know, someone who's really critical did like that. Okay, let me go into some other ones here. Okay. Maybe I should. Okay, here we go. Alien Romulus is incredible. Insane practical effects, truly wrenched human alien transformation, and an unexpected third act musical number that has no reason to work, but completely does. Spaney screams, fights, dances, and sings herself into the Final Girl Hall of Fame. Okay, I don't know if this was like a fake one, but I can no way believe there's a musical number in there. Let me just go to an article that rounds them all up then, because I thought they would easily pop up, but I guess they didn't. Alien Romulus reactions. Let's get them, and that way we stick to ones that are spoiler free too, just in case. Okay, so we got that. Okay, Alien Romulus is back. Was skeptical going in, but this easily is one of the better films in the franchise. Fede Alvarez doesn't disappoint. Awesome sound design and world building. The practical effects are so good that the film gave me nightmares. And that's one thing you could tell from the trailers. It's just the effects look so freaking good. And like I can't tell you how gorgeous this movie looks to me. Let's see here. We got this review that's that's just one sentence, man. Come on, give us a longer review there while you're at it. All right, let's go into another one. Okay, I went to an early screening of Alien Romulus today. Fede Alvarez was the perfect choice for this one. If you're a true Xenomorph fan, trust me, you won't be disappointed. I had doubts about the young cast too. Man, I was so wrong. The best sound editing experience of 2024. And that's like, I'm glad someone made that point and was honest with themselves, because to me, that was like the most surprising criticism I was getting when the first Alien trailer came out. You could go to the YouTube trailer for Alien Romulus, and if you go to the comments, you are going to see a surprising amount of older Alien fans going, oh, teenagers? They brought teenagers in? Oh, this franchise is dead. It's ruined. It's gone woke. How could they put teenagers in Alien? I was like, is it really that bad? They're not even teenagers. They're young adults. They're people like in their 20s. It's not like kids that are 16 or 17. And that's what people were mad at, how young the cast was, and they felt like it didn't fit. And this person was one of those skeptical people that was like, I had my doubts about that young cast, but man, I was so wrong. And yeah, all the people in there, from Isabella Merced, Kaylee Spaney, they look like they're doing a great job. And I did remember some people complaining about the British accents. There's something in the water. Oh no, there's something in the water. Come on. British accents exist in space, all right? It's not that crazy to think about. Let's go into any other ones. All right, let's go into a different article because your boy wants to read as many of these as he can. I want to find something negative too, if anybody said anything negative about the movie, because that would be nice. Okay, first thoughts on Alien Romulus. Fed brought us back to the horror roots without compromising on the action. Oh, that's good to know. Great homages to the original while adding new elements to the franchise. Crazy ending. Definitely watching the OG and definitely watch the OG and Aliens beforehand. That's something I consistently hear also about the movie, is that the third act is crazy, is that it's wild, and that's what makes me so excited too. Like, how crazy did they get? Also saying that the movie still keeps the horror elements, which is I knew was going to stay there, because Fed Alvarez is a horror director and he's made the Evil Dead remake, which was awesome, and Don't Breathe, which was also awesome, but he doesn't compromise on the action, you know? James Cameron came in there with Aliens 2 and actionified the franchise, and so it felt like they was losing horror elements, but he found a way to mix in both. That makes me so happy. Let me see if there's anything else. Alien Romulus is one of the movies of the year. OMG, the most insane final act of a film I think I have ever seen. Ooh, this final act is being hyped up, man. Let me see if there's any no, these are just other interviews. So right now, the things for Alien Romulus is looking good, guys. I'm noticing like a lot when doing my rewatch of the series, and I'll try to get my thoughts out for you guys in a video telling you what I think about every single Alien movie. But dude, one thing I really want in this movie that I'm hoping is what they're alluding to in the third act is to add new lore. That's like when I was rewatching the Alien movies, I sometimes would go to articles and see what other people thought about this entry, you know? And I had to watch Alien Resurrection for the first time, which I'll give deeper thoughts on eventually, because I never saw Alien Resurrection because I was not a fan of Alien 3. I was really disappointed with Alien 3, so it made me not even want to watch Resurrection, and any movie that has the title Resurrection in it is usually crappy. Dude, that movie freaking rules, and I was surprised. A lot of people hate that movie, and they have it at the bottom of their list. But that movie does something which I want to happen more in the Alien franchise, is they expand the lore. They give us different types of xenomorphs. They do new things, and that's what I'm hoping Fed Alvarez does in this movie. In that third act, introduces us to a new form of a xenomorph or adds some new lore, does something different, you know? Like, that's what I'm hoping for. But, yeah, I can't wait to talk about those Alien movies with you guys. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially because, and I don't have it up here. All right, I'll just give you a sneak peek. All right. More. Let's just say your boy picked up this costume. You ever see a chubby xenomorph? You haven't lived till you've seen one, buddy. So look forward to the videos just to catch me in that, all right? Alien Romulus, though, is looking fantastic. I'm so excited. Get you them shoes August 27th. Get you them nasty-looking popcorn buckets. Enjoy the vein. Enjoy the vein. Craziness. Okay. But all right, let's see. All right. And I have Reed, the editor of the channel, doing the final touches on that. I'm hoping I could upload it tonight, or if not, tomorrow. All right, let's move on. And I know I just keep saying that, but it's true. It's true. Sorry that one's been taking so long. Okay, let's move on now to our next topic. Deadpool 3 cut cameos. Okay, so I know the Deadpool 3 stuff has kind of come and gone, but I was shocked this past week. They've been doing a lot of interviews about cameos that were almost in the movie. So let's start off with some cameos that almost made it into Deadpool 3 and could tease us to what's to come in Secret Wars. So Ryan Reynolds revealed he had conversations, or he was seriously considering having Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, be part of Deadpool 3. Dude, that would have been awesome. That would have really have sold it for me. I don't know why it didn't happen, or maybe Nicolas Cage doesn't want to. I kind of highly doubt that. Nicolas Cage does anything. I think he would love to be Ghost Rider. I'm thinking that's where Kevin Feige stepped in and said, I think Ghost Rider would be cooler in Secret Wars, and I agree. They already had a lot of great cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's save Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider for Secret Wars, because I would love to see him pop in there. I was sad we didn't get a Punisher, whether Thomas Jane or even Dolph Lundgren if you wanted to. But Nicolas Cage, I think, is like a really big one. I think you should save for Secret Wars. So that sucks that they didn't do that. And yeah, the Flash ruined him. I don't know why the Flash just completely CGI'd his face. I thought it was cool in the moment, and I was like, yeah, Nicolas Cage, Superman, finally. But on rewatch or rethinking about it, why would you CGI that entire face? It's like he's not even there, even though he literally was there, you know? So dumb. I guess they were just trying to de-age him, you know? All right, so Ghost Rider was almost in the movie. Another one that surprised me, man, is Robert Downey Jr. was another one that was almost in the movie. It says here, Robert Downey Jr. turned down Iron Man cameo. Oh, Jesus, that's some guy's face. Robert Downey Jr. Jeez, Matt Damon, get out of here. Oh, freaking. Okay, we're going to a different website. Robert Downey Jr. cameo was written for Deadpool and Wolverine. So Robert Downey Jr. was originally supposed to be part of it. There's a script. We had Downey in the draft. I'm assuming that was supposed to be the scene early on when he's interviewing to be in the Avengers, and it would made sense. It wouldn't have been bringing him back to life because that interview happened before the events of Infinity War and Endgame. So Tony would have been alive to have a little back and forth with Deadpool and reject him as part of the MCU. I'll be honest, as cool as that might have been, I'm happy they didn't include Robert Downey Jr. Like, I just feel little too much too early. I feel like the return of RDJ should be a little bit bigger. Now his return is definitely crazier with freaking him as Doom and how that's gonna work out if he'll ever come back as Tony and actually be Iron Man. It's one thing to come in as Doom, but to come back as Tony would have been earth-shattering, you know? And it kind of makes sense with Chris Evans in there, but he's not Captain America. He's Human Torch in there. So that blew my mind that they had that in mind and was thinking about doing it. But instead they got Happy Hogan, and that made as much sense. The only other thing with Deadpool and Wolverine that was catching my attention is we had Channing Tatum talking about it's just filled with his stuff. Let's see here. He was talking to Bob Iger of Disney, and he's basically said he's talked to Kevin Feige and Bob Iger about returning as Gambit in his own movie or in some other capacity in the MCU. And let's just see if this is even a possibility. So he said, Channing Tatum says that he hopes the canceled Gambit movie will be revived. In this interview, he specifically mentions he did talk to Bob Iger and Kevin Feige. Look, was he one of the funniest parts of the movie? Yes. Did I love seeing him as Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine? Heck yes. I'm glad he got his moment. He wore the comic book suit. He's there throwing his cards, killing people. He even got to say some funny lines of, ooh, I've been waiting for this. Like, good. I don't know if they're really going to do anything with him outside of that. I think they could possibly bring him back in for like another cameo or as part, I don't know if Secret Wars or just another small moment. Like if they do another, how do I say it? Endgame Army. The Army in Endgame, right? Where we literally got to see so many characters for like split seconds, you know, Howard the Duck, all the sorcerers, stuff like that. If we get another moment like this in Secret Wars or Doomsday, fine. Bring him back in. Give him a 5-10 minute sequence of doing something crazy. I just don't know if giving him his own movie will work out or making him the main Gambit. Like his I thought he was funny. I agree, but I would like a Gambit that's a little bit more serious, or you know, feels a little bit more traditional, like the one in X-Men '97. But I get it, he was funny. But can you seriously have a whole movie with that exaggerated accent? Oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this? I don't know. Again, no hate to him though. I hope he gets another moment to be Gambit, or he gets another role in the movie. But yeah, that's what we got. For Secret Wars, buddy. For Secret Wars, I really wanted Ben Affleck to come back as Daredevil. So did I. I'm surprised he didn't, but oh well. Maybe when they told him his ex-wife was in it too, he's like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. All right, so there's some things that were gonna happen in Deadpool and Wolverine. Can't believe they cut them, man. All right, let's talk about some Venom: The Last Dance. So I don't know how many of us remember, but this movie's still coming out October of this year, October 25th. It's like the one Halloween movie we're going to get that's not really even a horror movie, but we're getting Then what the heck was that? But we're getting Venom: The Last Dance, and this movie's still coming out, and there's so many questions up in the air to how this is gonna end. Are we even looking forward to it? Will they finally do something with Venom and Spider-Man? We don't know. We know that there's been a lot of how I say it, Easter eggs in the Sony universe alluding to Spider-Man, and they show up in the trailer and they heavily hint towards them. But then when you go and see the movies, it's always the most minor Spider-Man connection, but a post-credit scene that teases a big Spider-Man connection, right? Well, Sony is being Sony and doing something crazy. Over the weekend or over the week, Venom 3 was having reshoots. And again, reminder, it's August. This movie comes out in 2 months, and yet they're doing reshoots for Venom right now. So let me see. What the heck? Why aren't they popping up? Venom 3. My FYP's all messed up, guys. All messed up. Hang on. Let me get. Oh, here we go. So here we go. These Venom: The Last Dance is undergoing reshoots in New York City. This is Tom Hardy on the set. We got some other set videos and footage of it, but we don't know exactly what they're reshooting or what's going on. All we know is these shots is of Tom Hardy as being Eddie Brock walking down the streets of New York City, and who knows what that means. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when there's 2 months left for a movie, I don't know if you reshoot all these kind of minor things. I feel like a lot of the times, especially with Sony, these last minute reshoots are usually big spoilery things or cameo things or heck, erasing things. Like, don't forget, we're still wondering if the 10-year-old Spider-Man in Venom 3 is still going to be a thing because we have the Last Dance kid. Where's it? We have, oh, there's my thumbnail right there. But we have this kid that is in all over the Venom 3 trailer. He's in a car traveling with Eddie. He's here. Eddie's trying to save him. And we're like, is this going to be 10-year-old Peter? Or are they going to last minute change his character to I don't know, Peter Paker? Not Peter Parker, Peter Paker, Peter Packer. Something like that. And be like, that's not supposed to be Spider-Man. What you talking about here? With Eddie being in New York, and this final shot that they're adding in so last minute, I gotta think it's Spider-Man related, right? Like, again, we're hearing about those rumors that were last week that Spider-Man 4 might take place in Battle World. Let's see if there's even any articles about that. But that's what some people were saying. The rumors were claiming that Spider-Man 4 is going to take place in Battle World, and all these like different Sony universes or multiverses collide, and it lets them meet each other. It'd be so funny if this was that, like a scene setting up. He's walking down New York, and he's like, "What's the earth is shaking? Oh my god!" And then he's all of a sudden in the MCU again. I can't take it, Sony. I can't let you do this to me again. And I cannot have you. Sony, stop. Get some help. I agree. I it's got to be something. I don't again, this could just be a very minor kind of thing. Like, I was reading too much into these set photos cuz okay, let me cook for a second, and I know I'm fully exaggerating and going crazy. But when I was looking at these photos and I was kind of zooming in on Tom Hardy here, I'm like, dang, his hair is like really gray. Like, his beard, his eyebrows, even the hair on his head, it looks grayer. I'm like, is this supposed to be Eddie kind of like in the far future a little bit? Like, is this ending taking place years after the end of Venom: Last Dance? And bear with me here, because look, let's go to Venom. Venom 3, Tom Hardy. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, when we look at what Tom Hardy looks like for this movie and what he's been looking like, look at how dark and brown his hair is, how much built it is there. Let's see if there's other photos I can pull up here. Venom: The Last Dance. I was examining these last night. All right, look at this. Very luscious. Yes, he's still got a little bit gray, but that's a good thick head of hair, long. He even pulls it back. Okay, now let's look at this set photo again. Not as long, little bit grayer, especially on the cheeks and stuff. What if this scene is he obviously saves 10-year-old Peter Parker, lets him live, and, he grows up to be Spider-Man. So what if the end of this movie takes place, let's say 10 years later, and that it cuts to that, right? It says 10 years later, and it's just Tom Hardy, or Eddie Brock walking the streets of New York. He looks up, and Spider-Man swings by, and he smiles. Venom, The Last Dance. Play that freaking Transformers music. The Linkin Park. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm thinking's happening. Okay, I definitely am reading a little too much into it, but I don't know. I looked at that and I was like, I don't know, different kind of hairstyle, a little bit more gray. 10 years later, he's obviously not a grandpa at this point, but he's a little bit older, and it's showing. Walking streets of New York or something there. I don't know. That could be it. Whatever. Yeah, see, exactly. That's the what I've done. Venom, The Last Dance. Oh, dude, it's perfect. Sony, hire me. I got you right there, buddy. I got you. So, again, it could be absolutely nothing, or heck, it could tie into Craven. The Craven I was about to say Craven the Last Dance. Craven the Hunter. That movie's still being released December. It's confirmed to be rated R. With Deadpool and Wolverine actually making money for a rated R comic book movie, I think Sony has a little bit of confidence in it, but maybe this post-credit scene is more hyping up Craven or something like that. Maybe he's going to go visit Craven and be like, I got a spider problem. Who knows, buddy? But that's what my mind conjured up whenever I saw these set photos. You guys let me know what you think of the post-credit scene or additional scene, if this even means anything. I'm curious. This is Sony again. They've been known to do this crazy Spider-Man related stuff, and Eddie Brock being in New York City, it's got to be Spider-Man related. His whole movies take place in San Diego or Mexico. Now he in New York walking the streets? That ain't no coinkadink. That ain't no coinkadink. All right. There we go. Someone said he gets cancer probably. Oh, dang it. Okay. Imagine the series ends like that. We did it. We saved the day. You have cancer, Eddie? Yeah, you got cancer. What I've done. All right, let's move on now. Let's get going. Let's see, what else did I have on the agenda? All right, let's talk about those FNAF photos, man. So I was kind of confused earlier this week why we were getting set photos or little sneak peeks at the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's. Let me see if I can find that account. Nope, the wrong FNAF account. Sorry about that, guys. But FNAF Scott Game. There we go. Scott Games. Scott. It turns out it was the 10-year anniversary for Five Nights at Freddy's, right? And because this last week was the 10-year anniversary, every day they revealed a new photo, a new sneak peek at an animatronic, and it actually revealed a lot of what we can expect to see in this second movie. So let's go back to like the very beginning and work our way up and see where some of the confusion and where some fans are going, what's happening here, what's going on. So, geez, we got a lot of reposting. So let me just go to the media section here. All right. So when looking at this, we first got like a photo like this, and this is part of an endoskeleton of it. We talked about that last time. Yes, good. We have the Chica faceplate. Learned my lesson. I'm no longer going to be Googling Toy Chica on Google because, oh my God, I almost got banned on YouTube for that. I apologize for anyone who saw that live, but Toy Chica will not be Googled anymore. At least during live streams, you know what I'm saying? But we had that. And then we kept getting more. We had here someone from the Jim Henson Company working on what appears to be the Toy Bonnie animatronic, and it's looking really good. Like, it's looking so good. We get a much better one in a second, but that's exciting. I'm like, dude, they really are revealing more. And then we got the animatronic, and I'm like, oh, it's so cool that they're actually building these things, all the mechanical pieces, all the little wiring. And what was so amazing to me about the Five Nights at Freddy fans is, dude, they were freaking analyzing every inch of this photo, finding clues, finding things. Right here, I don't even think you can see it. Is it visible? Right under here on the nameplate, right here, right where my mouse is, right there it says W Bonnie. I thought it said W Boner. Just letting that sit in for a second. But fans saw it said W Bonnie, and now that's where our first hint came in. Oh my god. All along, we've been getting teases of the toy animatronics, which don't get me bad now. Toy FNAF animatronics. Please don't, nothing nasty pop up. Okay, good. These guys, like, okay, they're definitely showing up in the movie. They were in the second FNAF game. They're gonna be part of the movie. That's gonna be cool to see, especially Chica, Freddy, Mangled. Like, oh, dude, seeing them come to life, it was kind of expected, and we got that confirmation. But then there are other animatronics in that second game we didn't think about, and that W Bonnie led people to go, Withered Bonnie. So we're going to be seeing the Withered animatronics as well. So let me pop those out. Withered. And this is then where some confusion started to come in, and people were like, oh, so here we have the Withered version of what looks like the classic animatronics from the first movie. Now, any layman who like doesn't know that much about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm still very much not that knowledgeable, a lot of holes in my knowledge, but I do my best here for you guys. Although these look like the animatronics from the first movie, right? FNAF movie. Like these guys just, you know, obviously all withered and beaten up and taken down. These are not the same ones. In the video game world, these animatronics were from the original Five Nights at Freddy's Pizza and had just been, you know, withered essentially here. So we're like, okay, but it's already been confirmed that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is going to be a sequel. In the video games, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel taking place before the first video game. And it's like, so how are they going to make that make sense? And that's where a lot of the confusion is. Are they just going to change the lore up and just have these withered ones be the same ones from the first movie? Just, it's been, I don't know, 5-10 years, and they've been battling Spring Bonnie or the Yellow Rabbit in that closet for so long that they got that way. I don't know. Or are we actually going to find another pizzeria restaurant, the original Freddy Fazbear, and then we're finding these animatronics in there? But then if we do, how do we explain the toy animatronics? Basically, what I'm saying is we could possibly be getting 3 sets of animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's, because part of me feels like they would show them again, right? Why wouldn't they show them? Or is their story done? Are we just never seeing this version of the animatronics again? Then we got to see the withered ones, which are a whole different set. And then we got to see the toy FNAF animatronics. In the video games, I know there's some crazy long explanation for why that's fine and it makes sense. But when you go into adapting a movie, you can't have that crazy explanation. You got to make it make a lot more sense. And look, we're already seeing people, which would be awesome. Toys versus withered. Ooh, now that's how you get people excited. Animatronics versus animatronics, dude. But that's kind of like the confusion part, because the movie world has already started creating its own lore, deviating from the source material, which I think is exciting. It doesn't have to be exactly like the games. If anything, kind of needs to make a little bit more sense. So we had that right, and now let's keep going. So we saw W Boner, aka W Bonnie, pop up, and we're like, all right, so that's the Withered Bonnie, and then full confirmation. Withered Foxy. This is obviously the Foxy head being built for the withered one. He's right there. You can see it looks basically exactly. Looking at the detail of the cracked head, the mouth, all that. Ooh, he's gonna. Oh no, that's Tom Hardy. That is not Foxy. Sorry about that. But here, it's looking exactly, and I'm like, dude, that looks good. This photo of Daco is so funny. But that looks really good. It's coming together nicely. So it's confirmed we're getting those 2 sets of animatronics in this movie, and work together, fight together, or how they'll explain it. That's what I'm curious about here. So we had Foxy pop up. That was cool. Then we went in, and this was even cooler to me. Some more of that movie magic. We have Doug here, who I like to name Doug, which is going to be one of the people actually wearing the suit. And this is, I'm assuming, is for Toy Bonnie. It could be Withered Bonnie, because if you look at the back, which FNAF fans did, that looks like it could be Withered Bonnie, or it could be Springtrap on it. Can I read what that says? I think it says Bonnie right there. I very clearly read, it says it's Withered Bonnie. So this is the Withered Bonnie animatronic. Oh, dude, look at that little chest piece. Sponsored by Under Armour. That's canon. Under Armour parts inside the FNAFs. Put that down, Scott and Matt Pat, when you come out of retirement or whatever. So we had that. Let me see. What are... No, am I missing some? Hang on, let Let me hit refresh. Okay, well, those are missing. And then we got these, and then we'll talk about these scripts that they leaked. We got these guys, and again, you could see in the back all the withered looks that they're supposed to have and whatnot. They're doing great work. It's all looking fantastic, right? And where is the main one? I just saw it. The best looking one, which has to pop up here. Let's get it. Let's go. This one. Oh my God, that looks perfect. The eyes look great. The head looks good. Like, this is looking awesome. These are going to be very exciting part of the movie, because if I understand correctly, these actually aren't even how do I say it, taken over by kids' souls. And I felt like, unfortunately, that's one of those pieces of the lore in the FNAF world that kind of made it hard to see the animatronics as villains. Because again, since we know these are like the souls of dead children, thanks to William Afton and whatnot, it's hard to see them as killers and bad people or things to be scared of. You know, that's why they had that scene where they were building the fort and Bonnie falls and all that. It's like, dude, anybody who knew nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's and went in and saw that scene, they were like, these are supposed to be the things we're afraid of? What's going on? And so with the toy animatronics, you don't really have that there. These aren't supposed to be kids' souls or anything like that. They're just evil robots. And I'm like, okay, that's better. That's crazier. They're sexy, but it's better. All right. Yeah. Toys are not possessed. Good. Okay. Because I got to get this right, man. Because if I get this wrong, FNAF community come after me. There'll be a clip of me on Twitter, and then it's over. Okay. Then it's over for me. Please don't let it be over for me. But they're not bad. No. I thought aren't they all bad? What? They're bad. See, I'm just not getting anything right. I got to brush up on that. The toys are supposed to be security. Well, anybody comes in there, they're going to be trouble. They're going to be trouble. But then that leads us into this next thing that they revealed with the movie, which I thought was kind of an interesting marketing technique, and did a lot of reading. The FNAF Scott, for the final day, posted 4 scripts, or 4 pages from a script. And he let us know that one script is real, or one page is real, while the other 3 are fake. Looking into them, it was kind of easy to decipher which was which. So I'm not going to bore you and read all this. You can pause and read it if you want. But the easy giveaway is, if you look at every page here, you could see there's a number on the top right corner. Here it says number 25, right? And that indicates the page number. So this is on page 25, on page 18, on page 58, and on page 4. So that lets you know how deep into the movie you are. To me, that immediately let me know, well, it's not going to be page 58. That's really deep into the movie. That would just give away kind of a big crucial part. You could piece together some stuff, and it'd be a huge spoiler. So no. And also with page 58, they're talking about plushies that are like contagious with a virus. And that was one of the scrap scripts for Five Nights at Freddy's, if you remember. They were going to do like a FNAF plushies take Manhattan story. And that's very obviously what this was, talking about the plushies. So this page is not it. Then there was another page where I believe it was this one. I think it was this one where they started talking about the government. Yeah, this one. It was number 18, which is still kind of early into the movie, but maybe deep enough you start revealing some stuff. And it's just this whole thing about how Freddy Fazbear's was like a government experiment, and that the government was funding this pizzeria for these high-tech robots. I know there's like some lore in the world that like kind of helps this out there. I haven't fully dived into it, but into the movie world, that would be one a ridiculous direction to go in. That the government was funding a Chuck E. Cheese-like place just because they had high-tech animatronics. That's how you lose people. That's how you lose people. Ain't no way they putting that in the movie, right? So, I mean, even the line here says, "Whoever heard of testing government finance tech on robots designed to entertain kids?" You become Madam Web level bad if that was the real movie. So, obviously, it wasn't page 18. Page 25 sounded pretty realistic to me. It had Toy Chica in there, and it even talked about the original Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria right there. So it's like, okay, a second location that fits in line with the second game. Toy Chica, she's already confirmed to be part of the movie, having a little scene with Vanessa and tapping her head. This one might be real, I'm not gonna lie, this one could still possibly be real, but I'm gonna go with page 4. Page 4 is early on into the movie, and it also feels like an opening scene similar to the security guard that got killed in the beginning of the first movie. Essentially, this scene is about a man who's bringing a group of kids, or a kid, to a carousel, and we also get a hint at some other animatronics or characters in the FNAF world, like the gator, which is a character, a wolf, and a hippo. All animatronics that or characters in the FNAF world we haven't seen that could be part of it. Would be nice to throw them in. They point out the blue bunny, which is of course pointing Bonnie, things like that. Like this scene felt to me like, yeah, this is probably it, and it's probably the opening. Abandoned Freddy's Pizzeria and Theater dining room. I'm thinking this is the real scene, but we'll see. Either way, all this stuff is kind of cool and exciting. You know, I hope the movie's good. I had a lot of issues with that first movie, and I wanted to love it more than I came out loving it. You know, I just enjoyed it for what it was, but a lot of my enjoyment just came because I did my homework and research trying to know as much about the world as possible, and it helped me see the movie from that appreciation level. But I'm really excited to see the toy animatronics. They're going to be the thing I'm most excited about to see in the movie. Have them move and talk and what they do. If they bump up the R rate, not it's going to be PG-13, but if they bump up the violence a little bit, make it more scary with creatures like Mangle in there, you got to have a scary scene. You can't mess up Mangle. Mangle's like one scary looking animatronic. You got to do something there. The withered animatronics thrown in there versus the toy animatronics like some people were suggesting. Yeah, it could be fun. And also, where's William Afton fit into all this? I need more Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard, have a 3-way fight with all of them. Whatever, man. I'm excited to see it. So there's your update there. This one has to be more violent and scary. Yeah, I agree. Was that the bite of 87? Yeah. And let's have that jump scare though. Okay. All right. The Cyclops skin just dropped on Fortnite? You're lying. I have to get it. If you guys don't know what he's talking, well, we're done with the FNAF stuff now, by the way. But Cyclops in Fortnite, he looks great. I have to get him. I'm gonna spend the V-Bucks, Mom. He's gorgeous. I'm never taking that suit off. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm buying that. Thank you for letting me know. All right. That was the final topic. So now it's just time to answer your lovely, beautiful questions at home, guys. So let's dive into them. Oh yes. I feel like I still look pink. Do I look a little pink, guys? I feel like I still look pink. Let me see if I can calibrate. All right, less pink. Good stuff. All right. Let's go in now. Talk about some things. Let's see what people said. Yo, Chris, my GF asks, what is your favorite flavor of Jarritos? Also, do you have any tattoos? If so, what are they? My favorite flavor of Jarritos is lime or tamarindo. Those are my two favorite, lime or tamarindo. Tattoos, I don't have any. I've always wanted to get a Spider-Man tattoo or a horror movie tattoo, but if I'm being honest with you, your boy's a little afraid of tattoos. I'm scared of that needle, and I feel like I'm going to be squirming, and the guy's going to do scribbly. So I don't know if I'm ever going to tap myself up, but one day maybe I'll show up like Chris Stuckman and just have a full sleeve and be like, yo, what's up, guys? These are my favorite popcorn buckets. And just tat them all up. I'd also maybe, like, you guys have seen my dog on the channel, Noah. I'd probably tattoo him once he passes away because I'm going to miss that rascal. Always a good day when Chris streams. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, man. That's so kind of you. Will you cover your D23 live or make a video later? I'll make a video for it. I just doing it live isn't bad. I have nothing against it. I think Campy is going to do that probably. But I didn't get to make a video all week. There was no big news, nothing really interesting to talk about, and so just kind of a week of not posting much stuff for you guys. I feel bad, so I want to make some content videos for you. All right. In 1988, Child's Play theme or Bear McCreary version? 1998. Bear McCreary did a great version in the Child's Play remake, but I'm gonna go with the original. All right. Hey 3C, did you see the Bambi Reckoning first poster and Peter Pan Neverland? I think I did, my friend. I think I did. Let me see. Peter Pan horror poster. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I like the art on it. Art looked nice. That looked good. And then we had the Bambi one also did. I just and no offense to these guys because they were really cool, but I think I'm only excited for the Poonaverse movie. That's about it. I don't know if I'm like that excited to see the other ones. This is what the other one came like. Oh, Jesus, I'm zooming in so crazy. Let me see if there's a better one here. Thanks to Bloody Disgusting. They always got me. I'll check them out if they're worth checking out. But I guess I'm just excited for the whole team up movie. I don't know about the whole thing, you know? But that's my thoughts right now. All right. Weird question. Have you watched Has Been Hotel? I have not. I get a lot of recommendations for that, and I want to check it out. I have not checked out Has Been Hotel. I want to, though. I want to get a lot of people seem to really like that. So, yeah. All right. Hope you have an exquisite day. I've binged all the Alien films. One of my favorite scenes was the hull chase in Alien 3. The hull chase in Alien 3. Oh, okay. When they're trying to get it into the piston. Yes. Look, I really want to like Alien 3. There's some people who are Alien 3 diehard fans and really believe in it. Man, my rewatch of it just reminded me why I didn't even go to Resurrection. I just really don't like Alien 3. And yes, I know the assembly cut is slightly better, but it's still not that great. But I'm not. David Fincher is fantastic director. I love David Fincher and what he does now. But I just can't get into Alien 3, unfortunately. 3C, what's up with the rise of anti-woke YouTube channels these past few years? They always have the most unfair, toxic criticism. Yeah, I can't stand those channels. You guys know my opinion, and I know some people get annoyed when I talk about them and bring it up, but they really are just ruining the space because there's genuine criticism you can say to projects that are awful. Like, I don't think She-Hulk was awful, but it definitely wasn't that amazing, and it could be criticized. And there's a lot of other projects that come out that also aren't that Madam Web and all this, but it just turns into the conversation of it's because female, it's because gay. And it's just like, that's not a real criticism. Like, it's a story, poor writing, bad characters. And it's also just poisoning the mind of little kids growing up. Like, I think about, like, if when I have a kid, I don't want them to accidentally stumble upon those channels and be thought to think gay people in movies are bad, or because they added a black person, it was just for diversity. It's just like, I hate those channels. They ruin it. I much respect other people with real criticism in there and actually have something to say, but they're popular because people click on them. People love rage baiting. People love toxic talking negatively on stuff. Although they say they hate Star Wars or they hate Disney, they're first in line to buy a ticket and be there day one just so they can point at it and go, I hate this. They got a hate boner for it, and people click on it. It makes money. So, heck, if I got canceled or something, I'm turning into one of them just because I got to still make a living, guys. So I'm telling you right now. All right. No meme. Thoughts on RDJ almost in Deadpool Wolverine. I'm glad it didn't happen. It's crazy that they actually almost did do it, but I'm glad it didn't happen. Let's save RDJ back in the universe for a bigger time. A bigger time. All right. Thank you, Reed. And I can't wait to see your final edit on the X-Men reviews, man, because I'm so late on those, and you helped me out big time, Reed. Thank you. The editor of the channel here. All right. Did you hear the entire Plankton movie got leaked as well? I did see that. I'm not going to risk showing anything of it because your boy's already still 90 days until that Minecraft thing. Then I can show all the leaks I want again. But until the 90 days from when I made that Minecraft leak video, I can't do it or I risk the channel going poof. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but the Sandy Cheeks movie that came out on Netflix, that leaked on Twitter like 3 months ago, and then it came out like last week. And then another leak. Netflix has like a big leak problem. The Plankton movie that they're making also leaked. I saw like a few clips and stuff. I didn't watch the whole movie, but people who did see the whole movie were like, this is actually good. It's actually not bad. I was seeing some people who hated the Sandy Cheeks movie actually say the Plankton movie was good, and it just sucks. I don't know who's doing it in Netflix, but they also revealed like episodes of Arcane season 2, even some Terminator Zero stuff. So dang, man, someone in Netflix got a leak on their hands. Yeah. What were your memories with Cartoon Network website? The website shut down. Oh, it shut down yesterday? Man, I love the Cartoon Network website because it was like the only website you could go to. Because when I was growing up, computer labs were an exciting thing, and I was like an after-school kid. So I would be like in the computer lab waiting for my dad to pick me up or my mom because they work late and all that. And So on the Cartoon Network website, I would play the Teen Titan game. I don't know if you remember, but it was just like a brawler, like a fighting game. Cartoon Network Teen Titan game. Yeah, okay, the Blitz game, yeah, I'd play that like crazy, try to see how much I could win at it. Let me see what Cartoon Network website games. Let me see which ones. Let's see if I can bring back up. The Teen Titan one is the one I remember the most. Oh, the Billy and Mandy Halloween one. I would play that one a lot. This pumpkin one of the Billy and Mandy, I'd play that one a lot around Halloween. I loved Billy and Mandy growing up. I'm trying to see if there's other ones here I recognize. This Ed and Eddie skateboarding one is tingling my memory. That Ed and Eddie skateboard one is tingling me. I did play the Dexter one a little bit, but that's about it. My main memories come from the Teen Titan one and the Billy and Mandy Pumpkin game. But yeah, this fun times is just like the only thing you could play because they would block all the other websites, you know? But oh, I remember this. You'd have to like get a perfect score going back and forth doing tricks and not fall. Dude, that just like brought back a memory I didn't know I had. Thank you for that. Okay. It says here, you are so awesome. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Sam. I like that Lego Disney castle. Looks cool. Must have been hard to make. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Have you seen the Clerks movies? Clerks, Mallrats, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Rock. Yeah, I went through a Kevin Smith phase, and I went through his filmography. I need to rewatch Dogma. I haven't seen it in a long time. I do like Clerks. I have not seen Clerks 3 yet. Or I think no, actually I did see Clerks 3, but it wasn't. No, I didn't see. I'm confusing Clerks 3 with the new Jay and Silent Bob movie. There we go. That's where I'm confusing it. I haven't seen Clerks 3 yet. I need to. I like Mallrats. So yeah, Kevin Smith had his time. Okay. Are there any movie monsters that actually scare you? For me, facehuggers and Alien always unsettles me. I agree. I so agree. That's really scary. The facehugger, just something jumping on you and then putting something inside you, horrifying, gross. The facehugger for sure. I'm trying to think of like other monsters. It's stuff that like really just anything that digs inside you definitely creeps me out. I forget there's other movies, but like where things like cut you and then slide into you and things like that. Ugh, it's gross. Anything that tries to get in my body, out. But facehuggers, that's a really good one. I'm trying to think of any other ones off the top of my head. There was this one movie. It was like a Stephen King movie. I don't know if you guys remember it, and it creeped me out when I was a kid. I forget what it was called. Stephen King slug movie? I don't know what it was called. Dreamcatcher. Okay, Dreamcatcher. There was like this scene where a character, it's in this movie, Dreamcatcher. Yeah, and there's a scene where a guy's like sitting on a toilet. And I have no idea why, but he desperately wants a toothpick in his mouth, but there's a monster trying to come out of the toilet. And I remember that scene haunted me as a kid because I think the slug was trying to go up his butt or something. And I was like, oh, that was just, maybe I'm misremembering the movie, but that was definitely one where I was like, ugh. Okay. How would you feel if Anthony Starr plays Green Arrow in the live action movie? My friend thought it was a good idea. Anthony Starr, aka Homelander, yeah, wouldn't be so bad. I'd be okay with it. I think he doesn't want to do it though. He's done with superhero roles and he wants to do other stuff. He said it in interviews. He's like, I don't want something that has to keep my body in this like physical form because it's hard to do. So I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think he'd do it. And I'm sure there's other people, you know, who would like to do it. Hey, Chris, are there any plans? Are there any places you'd like to see another Scream take place? Personally, I think New Orleans would be pretty cool. New Orleans? That's not a bad idea. I think that's pretty cool. So they've already done New York. I mean, Vegas would be cool. Just imagining a ghost face walking around Vegas. And it wouldn't be all that weird because there's a lot of weirdos walking around Vegas and performers and people in costume. Ghostface could get away with just walking the streets of Vegas, and thinking about all those lights hitting him, I think would be pretty cool. There could be a scene where like someone's getting killed and everybody just thinks it's a show in Vegas, walks around, throws money. I could see that being a crazy scene. If not there, I definitely want them to go foreign. So like I thought London would have been kind of cool, but I guess London is semi-similar to New York, but Paris, something like, I don't know, take it foreign. That's where I thought they were headed, but guess not. We'll see. Will the Beyonder be mentioned in Secret Wars? I think the Beyonder is going to be like a mix of what Doom is going to be. You know, whatever Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom is going to be, I think they're just going to call him the Beyonder in Secret Wars. But we'll see. Love the content. What are you hoping to see done differently in Venom 3 that has not been done in the previous 2 Venom films? What are you hoping to see? Honestly, the white spider. I want the white spider on the chest. I don't care how you explain it, what happens. It's the 3rd movie. I don't know if Tom Hardy's ever coming back. Are we seeing him again? I just want that white spider because I do think the design of Venom looks awesome in the Sony movies. I love the Tom Hardy Venom design. I'm just like, give him the white spider. I don't care how you explain, just do it. Just, you could say the symbiote latched onto a spider for a second, just like the horse in the trailer. Then from the spider, it went back to friggin' Tom Hardy, and there you go. That's what I want. I want the white spider. What non-rated R franchise would you like to see? Would you want to see the next movie turn into a rated R? For me, I would want an R-rated Jurassic Park film. That's a great answer. Like, yeah, a R-rated Jurassic Park movie would be awesome. It just sucks that it's too much of a family brand, and it makes sense. You know, it's a theme park theme, and so much money to be made from toys. Selling those to kids, it becomes harder when you turn it rated R. But that's a great answer. I'm trying to think of like other things that I would want rated R. I remember for the longest time people were like rated R Superman movie, because they just wanted to see Superman like fly through people and do that. But we got the boys now doing stuff like that, right? So we don't need to see that. Rated R Dragon Ball Z, but we haven't gotten a real Dragon Ball Z movie in a long time. That that would be crazy. I'm trying to think of like good friends. You guys have FNAF, yeah, of course. Batman rated R actually would be good and would make sense, especially with the way Batman pummels his criminals. That's a good suggestion. TMNT is so funny, Casey Mack. You were over here saying TMNT, and I'm thinking to myself, would TMNT rated R be cool? And I'm like, they literally just announced the last Ronin rated R movie, and you were hyped for that, Chris. What do you mean would that be cool? Yes, that would be cool. Venom rated R. Yes, there we go. That's the answer. Venom. The fact that we got Kraven the Hunter rated R, but not Venom, when he fought Carnage in a movie, will be one of the ultimate flops of Sony. Any news on Chucky season 4? Not now. Not really. I'm still waiting to see if they confirm they cancel it or if it's continuing on. The longer it goes by, the more I'm thinking it's unfortunately canceled. And that could be good news because now they could jump on making the movie if they want. But I don't know, man. And, you know, personally, I would rather just them go back to the movies. I just want to see Chucky with that movie money and that movie storyline quick and done because Chucky's TV series was a fun experiment and they had its highlight moments and there's a lot I did like from it, but I'm kind of ready for something new with Chucky. They should do a proper sequel to Lake Placid. I actually have to watch Lake Placid. I think that's one of those I haven't seen. That's a alligator crocodile kind of movie, right? Haven't seen it. I want to. I commented yesterday, but please watch The Mousetrap, the Mickey slasher. It is an unbelievable what happens, especially for the opening credits. I had completely forgot that movie was releasing, and it got released, and I've gotten a lot of you guys reminding me of it. I got other videos and stuff to make, but I'm hoping this weekend I can get to watching it, and I can get some crazy video out for you guys. I was thinking even of painting my face white and turning it into Mickey Mouse, since there's no way I could find a Mickey Mouse mask around here. But that could be fun. So maybe. Dude, you're dope AF. Keep doing what you're doing. What do you think, or have you ever heard of the crazy werewolf movie Frank Grillo is coming out? And yes, we did talk about that, and thank you for complimenting me. I appreciate that. But dude, that werewolf movie looks awesome. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, Frank Grillo is going to be part of this werewolf movie that is basically the werewolf meets the Purge. Frank Grillo. Let me just and the werewolf photo is sick, so I got to show you that. This is the first look photo because the werewolf makeup looks insane. This is the look of it. I believe the team making the werewolves is the same team who make the xenomorphs for a lot of the Alien movies. So that's why it's like super exciting. But okay, the premise is there's some gene in humanity. Whenever there's a full moon, everybody on Earth turns into a werewolf. And that's just something we live with. It happens like once a year. Just like with the Purge, once a year crime is legal or whatever. So, because we live in that kind of society, whenever a full moon happens, there's people who just stay indoors, they lock their doors, they wait for the full moon to pass, that way they can live on regular life. But then there's other people who let their werewolf come out, they fight each other, they go hunting, they do crazy things. So it like sounds like a pretty awesome movie where it's just the Purge but with werewolves. It's just one night a year, everybody turns into werewolves and mayhem ensues and they're all going to look like this. I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. Yeah, I think it's gnarly. I think it's gnarly. All right. Hey, Chris, what Marvel Legacy characters do you think we won't see in Secret Wars? By Legacy, I mean from all the Marvel movies that the MCU or pre-MCU. Yeah, I get what you mean. That we won't see? I don't know. I mean, they already did Blade. I think everybody we've already seen. I don't know if we'll see them again. Like Blade, Elektra, Gambit. They showed up. They were cool. I don't know if we'd have them pop up again, but it's like, you got to do Ghost Rider. You got to do... I would like one Punisher in there, but I would love Daredevil, but I guess that's one we won't see. I'd love to see Ben Affleck Daredevil, but I just don't see him saying yes again to that because he hates that Daredevil movie. Like, I think there's an interview where he said he'd rather die than put on the Daredevil suit again, which I actually like him as Daredevil. I didn't hate that movie. So Daredevil, I think, is not showing up. That would blow my mind if he does. I know some people honestly think like Tom Hardy or Sony Universe characters are showing up. I don't think we're getting Morbius or Tom Hardy Venom, but who knows? Maybe. I doubt it though. Those are some. I'm trying to think of like other legacy people. I would really like to see the Fantastic Four from the early 2000s movies, but they've already done like other ones. I don't know. Or the Fan Four Stick people. Like I don't think we'll see them as much as I would like Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Storm, or Miles Teller, Reed Richards. I don't think we'll see them. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Hope we get a sequel to Covenant eventually. Man, I don't know. I have to rewatch Covenant. I haven't seen it since it came out in theaters. Like I said, I just finished watching Prometheus earlier today, and dude, I really like Prometheus. But it frustrates me, and I'll talk about this, I know, eventually in the review, but it frustrates me because there was so much exciting stuff. I think, in my opinion, that Prometheus sets up with the engineers and them going off to their planet and what else they could explore outside of the xenomorphs and be like a whole separate spin-off franchise from Alien. And then they were like, oh, people didn't like Prometheus. Didn't make that much money. Yeah, let's just go back to the xenomorphs. And they completely abandon all those cool ideas and the stuff they do with Dave, played by Michael Fassbender. Like, oh, I love Prometheus, but so much wasted potential in what they could have done. I'm curious to rewatch Covenant and see if I feel differently about it, but I remember being on Covenant. All right, I noticed in the Zootopia 2 promotional art, there's a blue snake character and also a small green lizard. Oh, exciting. Most might be the new people that they introduce in there. You got to introduce some new animals into Zootopia 2, so yeah, I can't wait. Did you see the introduction of younger heroes like Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, and Ironheart shaping the future of the MCU? Do you think they can be successful as the original Avengers? I don't know. I don't think so. I felt like it's almost getting too late to do a Young Avenger movie. It seems so obvious, like that's what they were building up to and we're gonna do. But by the time we get to that, a Young Avenger movie, they ain't gonna be that young. They can still avenge, but ain't gonna be that young. No, I feel like they're just gonna be, basically people in their mid-20s fighting. I like Miss Marvel though. Really like Kate Bishop. I like Ironheart. Curious about how her series turns out. But I don't know if they could be the faces of the MCU. I think that's what Kevin Feige's rooting for with the soft reboot, keeping some people, replacing others, and just going with a fully built MCU. That's what I think they're gonna do. Can you lay on the couch for us? Oh, geez Louise, baby. Let's do it. How are you doing? Only because you sent in a super chat, buddy. Only because you sent in a super chat. All right. Let's go. All right. Also, thoughts on the Saturday Night Movie. Oh, thank you, Reed. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I could talk about that for a sec. So I've never been like a big Saturday Night Live fan, which is probably why I wasn't like eager to like bring it up or talk about it. Not that I hate Saturday Night Live or one of those people that goes, it's not even funny, it's not even this and that. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes it's miss. The reason I'm not big is because growing up, I was a Mad TV kind of guy. That's what I would watch. This to me was the funniest stuff on television growing up. This is where I was introduced to Key and Peele, Bobby Lee. There's so many great skits they would do, and this was my Saturday Night Live growing up. This dude, I love this. Look what I can do, Mom. Dude, this guy was so funny to me. I was so happy when I saw him in Halloween Kills. I just think he's such a funny, underrated actor. Like, he never shows up in anything. But Bad TV was my Saturday Night Live. That's why I haven't talked about it. But anyways, they're making a movie about the first Saturday Night Live episode. And they're bringing in Jason Reitman, who did Ghostbusters Afterlife, to direct it. And the trailer came out. Let me see if I can play some of it. And looks good. SNL movie. It looks good. I like the look of it, the feel of it. Geez, sorry guys, I forgot to switch over to the to the YouTube free ad. Okay, it's by Sony, so I got to be careful. But I like Jason Reitman. I think is a very capable director. I like the way this trailer was edited and put together, the chaos of it. But because I'm not like a giant Saturday Night Live follower, like Jim Henson, someone playing Jim Henson in there, I thought was funny. But because I don't follow Saturday Night Live all that much, there's some people I just don't know. Like I know who Dan Aykroyd is, Chevy Chase, and stuff like this. But other faces I'm oblivious to, and I'm not even sure what the big like deal about the first night was. It's just that like no one believed in it and whatnot. But all those skepticisms and criticisms aside of like me not knowing much about Saturday Night Live, trailer looked really good. I'm actually curious to see this movie. I thought it looked really nice. So yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on it. Look what I can do. Okay. All right. We got here. How are you feeling about the new Crow film? I feel like the action will be great, but the dialogue will be cringe. Love the channel, by the way. You know, I wasn't hating on the Crow movie whenever it came out and Bill Skarsgård was attached, and even that trailer came out. I thought it looked fine, but I've been to the movies like 3 or 4 times now. And as a regular viewer, usually when I go through press screenings, they don't play trailers. They just play the movie. And so a lot of times when I go to the theaters, I'm not watching trailers because they just play the movie. And so recently with me having to, go to my own screenings, which I'm fine to, I don't want to sound entitled and ungrateful. How could they not give me a free invite to this movie so I can trash on it? Screw you, studio. I like going to the theater and paying for it all myself. No problem with that, even if the movie sucks. But like but the Crow trailer has played almost every time I've gone now, and I'm like, the more I see that trailer, the more I'm like, I don't know about this movie. I don't know. Like, I'm so scared they really are going to do the thing where it's rumored that like 80% of the movie is just building up the relationship, and then the last act is like the death, him turning into the Crow, fighting the people. And I just like, man, if it's only like the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes he becomes the Crow, I feel like the movie's going to drag a little bit. But hopefully the relationship says it. Maybe the relationship is that well built in the movie, but we'll see. I like Bill Skarsgård, though. Make him Green Arrow. Yo, 3C, I love your videos. I tag you on TikTok videos sometimes. It always makes me smile, laugh when you reply. What's a comic book story you'd want to see adapted on the big screen? I really like the whatchamacallit. There was they said they were gonna make it. It was by Mark Millar, which was Nemesis. Nemesis. I thought that would have been a good story to do. Mark Millar, is that how you say it? Yeah. Oh jeez. Nemesis really is just basically like an evil Batman. Dude has like all the money in the world and just does evil things with it. Like I would have liked what's his name to be cast in it. The guy who's from Taken, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, not as the bad guy, but there's like a cop who's like on the like chasing him and stuff like that. Liam Neeson would have been good for that. I like Nemesis. I'm trying to think of other comic book storylines. I'm drawing a blank though on other things, but that's one I would like to see adapted. I think would be kind of cool. That's still a good read. Thoughts about having special guests on your life? I don't mind it, but I do think I would make that a separate thing because I'm not dumb. I know a lot of you guys just like coming here for me. So when I bring someone else to the bedroom, you go, "Who's this, honey? I don't like this. I just like you. Why can't it just be us, Chris? Why do you have to bring that slut here, Chris? Get her out of here." That's exactly what goes on through your mind when I bring another person in here, okay? I think like you, or at least that's how I think whenever I see my favorite YouTuber or live streamer bring on another guest. Now, if I'm bringing someone like Ice Spice or Kevin Hart in here, well, duh, I'm going to make that a big deal, but maybe another YouTuber or whatnot. Uh, I know that some people don't get that interested, so I'd probably make that like a separate live stream. Do it once a month, invite, because I know a couple of movie YouTubers, like Cody Leach, Sean Chandler, John Flickinger. I'm even friends with and stuff like that. Would be nice to have on here. So yeah, but I don't know if it'd be a regular thing. All right, get James Gunn. I wish James Gunn would answer me. You know what? For the fun of it, yeah, Cuban Crusher. I know him. Soups, all them. Yeah. I get all them. But yeah, like I'll reach out, but I doubt any of those big people will ever answer me. It's just honest. When you say you're a YouTuber wanting an interview, they go, "Get out of here." Thoughts on the Mr. Miyagi spinoff? Okay, yeah, I heard about this. I don't like it. Um, it's so funny to me because on TikTok it's become a trend to point out how much they glaze Mr. Miyagi or how much they like over talk about Mr. Miyagi and Cobra Kai. And I know Mr. Miyagi is a huge part of the legacy of Karate Kid in that universe, and I do like that. But it's gotten to the point where they just stretch and milk as much Mr. Miyagi lore as they can to even this latest season that they're coming out with. They have this whole subplot where he was like a thief and he was a boxer and that he did bad things, which is most likely going to be revealed he did it all for a good reason and he's not as bad as he seems. But it's like stuff like that where I'm like, how much can you milk this Mr. Miyagi stuff? I don't know how much I would love to see a young Mr. Miyagi story. If you make it cool, I'll check it out. I mean, I didn't think a Karate Kid show would actually be good, but I love Cobra Kai. But I'll be honest with you, not that excited for it. Not that excited for it. Behind Toy Bonnie, there's a pic of a guy behind. Could this be his suit actor? Also, the toys, I think they're likely possessed. 11 child victims. I see. From what I remember, I don't think the toys are possessed. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I apologize for that. Yeah, that photo of the guy, I think, is the guy wearing the suit, and doing all that. Because as cool as robots and animatronics are, it's still very expensive to get one that big and that size moving by itself. They still need actors to puppeteer them, which I'm fine with. Okay, Chris, I have some bad news. I like the Borderlands movie. Oh, Skibbity Luna, no. Hey, that's fine, man. I understand. Some people are gonna like it. There's always, you know what? Let's see, just quickly. Let's just look at some quick Borderland reviews and look at the positive ones. All right, Borderlands movie, because there's got to be some. There's got to be some. Let's go. Let's go to the positive reviews. Oh, 49% from audiences. All right. Loved the visuals. Becky from the movies. Becky from the movies, you're amazing. Okay, let's look for another positive one. Okay, another 5 stars from Gabe T. This movie is what I exactly expected of a Borderlands movie. This movie is all over the place in the best way possible. I mean, I can see how people may not enjoy it, but sure did. But I enjoyed it so much because I've been playing Borderlands franchise. Hate what you want, but understand that everything is purely chaotic in Borderlands, just like the movie. Hey, I think that's a fair explanation. Movie was chaotic and all over the place, but Gabe says that's true to the video game, and that's why I loved it. All right, I respect it. Simplemente Borderlands, bro. Okay. I really don't understand all the negativity. I usually really don't like action movies, but I really love this one. People were mad that Lilith was played by Kate Blanchett, but I really don't understand why. I am a big fan of the game myself, and I was so happy she was going to play Lilith. As always, she did an amazing job. Watch the movie. I agree. I thought Kate Blanchett was the best one of the whole cast. The one I thought was like the most underused was Kevin Hart, and even Jack Black as Claptrap didn't do it for me, man. So, yeah. But hey, other people like it too. Other people like it too. Papi Chris was in New York and didn't get to see him. Congrats on your first premiere. Thank you. Thank you, Mario. I'll see you next time there, Mario. Deco says, will you play the Marvel vs. Capcom collection? Somehow the hype for the X-Men, thanks to the 97 show and Deadpool Wolverine, convinced me to give it. Oh, dude, I don't blame you. I mean, I played Marvel vs. Capcom growing up a lot. Select your fighter. Gonna take you for a ride. Yeah. Oh, I love that, playing all the time. And I never even understood what categories to put them in, like flight type or melee type and all that. I just go with whatever color I like. I like the red button. I like the green button. And let's have them fight now. I did like Cyclops in that game because he would shoot like the major beam that would take up the whole screen. It's fantastic. All right. Toy Chica tattoo. Let's see. Let's wait for the movie first. If I fall in love when I see her, I'm getting that tattoo. How would you feel if Doomsday was rated R? Dude, that would be awesome, but they would never do it. It's their Avenger movie. It's supposed to be their giant movie. It's like, yeah, but Chris, Deadpool Wolverine just made $1 billion on that. Yeah, but an Avenger movie can make $2 billion. It's really hard for a rated R movie to make $2 billion. It can crack $1 billion. That's hard enough on its own. But Avengers Doomsday has the potential to be $2 billion, 2.5, you know, with inflation. I don't know. They're not going to risk it. It'd be cool, though. It'd be cool. Will you ever play FNAF games? Y'all want me to be real with you? Y'all want me to be real with you? The point and click stuff is just not my jam. I like the Security Breach game. I'll play that one. I even like the new Into the Pit game, the side-scroller arcade-looking one. I'm like, oh, that actually looks like my kind of jam. But I've played the FNAF game before, and I'm just like, yes, it's scary, and it's like, oh, they could jump out any moment, but just click, 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 click. It's not my thing. I was always just more interested in the lore and the videos from Game Theory and other people and the way they weave that story together. And I think animatronics are just cool because I was that kid at Chuck E. Cheese looking at them like, you might murder me, Mr. Charles, or you might give me 100 tickets. Let's find out. So, but yeah. Oh, I got to play the VR one. I do want to play the VR one, though. Yeah. All right. Chris, 3C. Do you think the rumored Young Avengers movie will take place in Battleworld? Dude, that might be a good idea. That might be a good... Just have all the Young Avengers in one location fighting other things. I like that. That'd be fun. I could see that happening. What's your next screener? What do you want to see screen? Oh, my next screening is for Alien Romulus. I see Alien Romulus on Monday. I'm so excited. I'm going to walk up there and I'm going to be like... I'm here for Alien Romulus. 2 tickets, please. 3C Films. I finished the Mousetrap movie, and I finished the Umbrella Academy season 4. Have you seen them? Review for the Umbrella Academy season 4. I completely forgot Umbrella Academy Season 4 came out. That's something I got to add to my to-do list. But I don't think I'd make a review. If I do, it's going to be like way late because there's other stuff I'm trying to get to and get done. But man, you got a lot of time on your hands, man. And I'm happy for you. I wish I had that. Have you watched a trailer about SNL biopic? Yeah, I was just talking about it. Although I grew up as a Mad TV kid, the trailer did win me over. It does look interesting. I think there's a lot of great cast members in there. I just wish I knew more about SNL and like the inner workings and making of it to be more excited. But I think the movie does look good and I'm interested in it. Have you watched Invincible? And if so, what are your thoughts on the potential live action movie? I'm so excited for the live action movie. Yeah, because I like the cartoon show. And, you know, I've read a couple of the comics, but that's one of those things I want to finish up because it takes a while to get to the season 3 and all that kind of stuff. So, but the live action stuff, I hope it happens sooner than later, man. Seth Rogen's attached and he hasn't let us down with these comic book properties. So we'll see. Hey, Chris, any thoughts on Hellboy the Crooked Man? So from that first trailer, I just thought it looked like a cheap straight to DVD movie, but the creator of Hellboy, or like the one who works on the graphic novels, is like really being like, no, I'm proud of this. I love this. I think this is the best Hellboy. So I'm going to give it a chance. But man, that first trailer just really made it seem like it was a straight to DVD kind of movie. I hope the story and stuff wins me over though. Have you seen FNAF and Dead by Daylight's new Pennywise show update? Yeah, FNAF and Dead by Daylight is collabing. I remember seeing the chaos online because everybody thought it was FNAF and Fortnite, which would have been kind of cool. Like, when you gonna do that collab, Fortnite? But on Dead by Daylight, that's gonna make so many people happy. It just sucks that it's like not until next summer. So it's like, ooh, they announced it pretty early. The new Pennywise show update. There was just like 5 seconds of footage in this like trailer where it was like for Max, where it showed like 5 seconds of every show coming up to the platform. It looks cool. I'm just waiting for a longer trailer for that to then us fully talk about it. Because just 5 more seconds, I'll just be like, this look cool, that look cool, and that look really cool. All right, see you guys. Discord or separate group chat for mods? That's where I hit old man status, because I just don't know how to run Discord. And if I'm also being honest with you, I've seen enough people regret making their Discords or weird things happening. That's the last thing I need. I mean, I barely let you guys do the Reddit thread. And sometimes I look at that Reddit thread and I go, in fact, let's look at what's going on in it. Sometimes I look at that Reddit thread and I'm like, I don't know if I need to have this. This might be my downfall. All right, traditional startup. Right here. Right here. That's what we got. Let's see what we got going on. What? Exhibit A! Exhibit A! The red light popcorn bucket concept. Okay. I chose the Dune font because of the Dune popcorn bucket. The top of the head opens to popcorn. He has red lights on either side of him. The red light effect, similar to the claptrap popcorn bucket. The attention to detail. I love how you even got my double chin in there. What are we doing here? Okay, so that is never seen the light of day. Okay. Let's see. 3C, can you rate my short film posters? That looks cool. Looks good. 10 out of 10, buddy. 10 out of 10. Well, oh, someone did it. Alien 3 looking good. David Fincher film. 3C Films in Alien 3 in space. No one can eat popcorn. That's identical. That's identical to Ridley. Alien 3. That's identical. Like, you can't even tell a difference. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. Same picture. Same picture. That's a good job. I like that. I like that. Chris? Again, same picture. Same picture. I'm going to have to add some goo on my popcorn bucket. This xenomorph got goo. I gotta recreate the shot. I think I clicked on the wrong stream. Yeah, dude. Look how awful that looks when you cover up the mouth, man. Dude, that's crazy. Just wanted to watch the live. Okay. Chris whips out and shows his long black veiny alien popcorn bucket. Hey, man. See, I'm going to get canceled. Oh, yeah. The new TMNT show's out. I have to add that to my watch list. I do want to see that. It's on Paramount. We got Tales of the TMNT. Let me know if anyone's seen it. I want to see it. Oh, yeah. Shut up and take my money. Thank you for this read. We need it. Oh, dude. It's a great read. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. Bring back nostalgia. Oh, they added that emote? Oh, I'm buying that as soon as I get off. Dude, that is so dope. Maybe spoilers, but still, what's the spoil? Oh, okay. I don't even know. Spoilers for what? The woke. I went woke. 3C Films dances to anything. Oh, yeah. Somebody just... I can't play the sound because it's a lot of copyrighted music, but it's just me tweaking on camera. Look at those moves. You've never seen a man with moves like that. My cameo in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. I just had a small... You see my little 3C logo right there. All right. I think... What? Concept... Why does my hair look like ramen noodles? I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. 3C red lights. Sure. You even listed the prices for me. Shirts $14.99. Reasonable. Necklace, $5.69. Popcorn bucket, $17.99. Amazing, amazing. Okay, yeah. All right. What? What's something in the water? There's something in the water. All right, and Jaritos. Lovely, lovely. So that's what happens on Reddit. If I get a Discord, I'm not making it in my YouTube career, but appreciate it. What other YouTuber in your space would you do a collab stream with? Yeah, like I'd be fine with like Cody Leach, Sean Chandler, John Flickinger, Soups. I know Soups gets some hate and stuff, but every time I've met Soups in person, it's been nothing but a nice guy to me. I see the Escape Pod. I know them; they're very nice people, also, even with their crazy takes. Cuban Crusher, I think, is fun. I've talked to him before; he'd be down. I'm trying to think of other people I know. Oh, I wish I knew Corey Kenshin. I don't know Corey. Austin Burke, I like. Doom Blazer, I know I like. I'm trying to think of other people. Like that's just people in my circle. Outside, I don't know that many. Real Rejects, I do like those guys. I don't know Jeremy Johns. I never talked to him. I doubt he'd answer. Let's see here. Yeah, someone. I don't like Soups. I understand. Joe Biden. Someone said Joe, Mr. B. Heavy Spoilers. Yeah, me and him are supposed to be boxings one day. Me and Heavy Spoilers gonna go at it, and I'm gonna steal his channel. I'm gonna steal it. New rock stars in there, yeah. Get some Eric Voss in here. So yeah, Deshi would be funny. The Dawn, Evan Solo. Hey, he's cool. I like Evan. Yeah. Those some names for you. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Did you know that Akron season 2? Yeah, parts of it got leaked. I saw, but I didn't look at any of them. I still have to watch season 1. It sucks, man. So they got a leaker on their hands over there at Netflix. Did you see Did you see the Terminator anime got leaked? And look up Chuck Bus Stop Prank Brazil. It's pretty funny. Stay skibbity, Chris. Well, I'm not gonna look up the Brazil prank on there, but keeping it with your first question, yeah, I saw the Terminator and I was tempted to watch it because I am actually looking forward to the Terminator anime on Netflix, but I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna wait to see it when it gets fully released because I'm kind of excited for that Terminator anime. All right. Hey, Chris, been a big fan since the Chucky reboot. Well, appreciate you, Tom. Appreciate you. Fat Albert, 1969 found footage. What the heck? Fat Albert, 1969 found footage. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Okay, thank you. I feel like Trap needs a prequel. Dude, I would watch so many movies of Josh Hartman just being the butcher. The guy was so great to watch. And like now that it's been out for a while, I really thought they could easily tie in that movie into the Split Unbreakable Glass universe that M. Night Shyamalan has created. Because there's a scene where he's literally getting tased like 4 different times. And he's just like, shirtless, ripped, and all that. I'm like, this is the Unbreakable universe. This guy's a supervillain. What the heck? And his superpower is escaping every place known to man. They don't trap that guy one time in that movie. They trap that guy like 4 times in different locations, and each time he gets away. In the concert, in a limo, in a house, in the back of a police car. That's his superpower. That's his superpower. Anthony Starr as Dracula in Blade movie. I'd be down for that. I'd like that. I think he'd be a great Dracula. My nephew was just born on Wednesday. Excited to see him grow up. Any 3C lore with you and your nephews, like pranks or adventures? I don't have any nephews yet. I'm going to have my first one be born. I think, I don't know, my sister's only a couple months pregnant, so probably a couple more months, but I don't have any just yet. I'm excited, though, because I think I'm going to be the fun uncle, not just going to be like, yo, what's up, kid? Want some candy? You want to watch Spider-Man? Let's do it. Growing up, though, I don't have that many memories. I don't have that many memories, but I'm excited to be an uncle. Be Uncle 3C. Uncle 3C, give me a movie to watch. I'm gonna turn you into a man today, kid. And I'm holding a copy of Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi. Yeah. Ghostface, public killing, similar to Thanksgiving Killer. Thoughts? Oh, I would like that. I just want them to do new things, okay? I'm waiting to hear what they got cooking with Scream 7. I saw some crazy rumors floating around. I don't know if they're true. I don't know if they're not. People were like heavily insinuating Melissa Barrera might be back. And I'm like, don't you do that to me. Don't you give me hope, but we'll see. All I gotta say is the thing that could really save Scream 7 for me is doing something new. That's my favorite part of Scream 6 until the ending where they just went back to doing the same old, same old. I need Scream 7 to do something new because it would really help keep the franchise fresh and going. And I'm hoping Kevin Williamson can do that. All right. It says, what's your top 5 what's your top 5 fave words? My favorite words? Okay. That's hard. What's the most common words I use on the channel? My top 5 favorite words. Yet. Someone said yet. Red lights. Yeah, that's got to be one of them. Here. Yeah, you guys have probably noticed I say that word way too many times. I say here a lot. Here, here, here. You can clearly here, here. What the skibbity? Oh, wait away. Oh, wait away. My favorite word in the world. Oh my god. C3 Games. No. That made me laugh though. Cinemark. Okay, yeah. Welcome. Riz. Yeah. Oil up. McDonald's. Ban that person. Just kidding. Don't ban them. All right. Moving on. And never mind. No copyright has Cyclops. Check subreddit. Oh, I did read and I appreciated that meme. Thank you. If Japanese Spider-Man gonna appear in Beyond the Spider-Verse, he will have a small subplot mentoring Penny Parker after her canon event. Was her scene in Across the Spider-Verse setting up something? I wonder about that too. I wonder if she went through her canon event or something like that. But man, she's gonna be just as devastated if she's got something like that to go through. I have a Friday film coming soon. Hope you try it. I have a Friday film coming soon. Hope you try it. If you mean a fan film, just send me the link and I'll see. Hey, Chris, love your videos. Did you hear about My Hero Academia ending? Heard it's one of your favorite anime. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite, but it's one of the ones I enjoy and like. I think I'm a little behind. I'm a season or 2 behind, but it's ending. Oh, that sucks. But I prefer when things end instead of just long out drawn periods where it's just overdone. But I'm surprised. I wonder if they'll do like a new series. You can call it My Hero Schoolademia. What about a 3C Films R-rated movie? Every day on these live streams, it's an R-rated movie. Always this close to getting banned. Always. Will you ever play FNAF games? Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. A lot of y'all were suggesting the VR game, so maybe the VR one. I got to get that VR set, though. Been a fan since the OG Chucky Boy days. Me and my 4-year-old son love your videos and look forward to lives every Friday. Keep killing it, brother. Oh, thank you, Scuba Steve. I appreciate that. Good reference to, I was about to say Daddy Daycare, to Big Daddy. Fan 4-stick Mr. Fantastic as the maker. I would not mind that. I think Miles Teller could probably play that, pull that off and be sinister and kind of evilish like the maker. But, or like just that a-hole demeanor of like being extremely smart. But we'll see. Can we get a video of your collection of t-shirts? Is that really an exciting video? I just have this thing where I don't want you guys to see me in the same shirt over and over because I don't want you to think I'm musty because I'm not. I shower like everybody else. But, you know, I just feel like I can't have the same shirt. So I'm always just buying more shirts and then just recycling the other ones out. I don't know if that would be an exciting thing. We need 3C merch, some fresh shirts, hats, and swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it. Watching for years, and man, I just gotta say, Illy back, my friend. Illy back. What you gonna be for Halloween? I'm gonna be Jason, and my girl's gonna be Freddy. Did you get the Terrifier pops, and will you make a collection update? Oh, it's gonna be a while if I ever do a collection update. Want to really stack it up if I do that. But Terrifier pops, you damn skatootney, I did. I've made a couple of trips to Spirit Halloween just to see what's new. I'm thinking I gotta buy the Gambit outfit. I want to be Gambit just because Channing Tatum made him so funny. I saw this year Spirit of Halloween has a whole Shrek section. And I was like, it'd be pretty funny to be Lord Farquaad, and maybe even the Shrek outfit myself. So, I don't know. Some of those. We'll see, though. We'll see. Have you heard of Turkish Spider-Man? Adios, Mafia. I have not heard of Turkish Spider-Man. I will remember that. Look up Turkish Spider-Man, Chris. Did you know their YouTuber Big Will also any 3C lore? You trying traveling on a plane or train? YouTuber, I don't know a YouTuber named Big Will. Unfortunately, sorry about that. I'm sure they're probably a great creator. I just don't know them. Any 3C lore when traveling? Oh man, I don't really have any horror stories yet. Everything's gone pretty smoothly so far when I do my trips. The closest thing I did was like the dumbest thing was in that Scream video where I put on the Ghostface outfit in the bathroom of the plane. And I seriously thought about opening the door and walking out like I wasn't going to get freaking tackled or put on the no-fly list for something like that. I don't know what. That's where my YouTube brain rot came in, and I was thinking like I was Logan Paul or something. That's the closest thing I did to like just doing something really dumb, but I'm glad I didn't go all that out. Have you seen Umbrella Academy Season 4? I have not yet, but I will get to it because I did like the Umbrella Academy. All right. Hey, Chris, thoughts on Deadpool versus Carnage movie? I love the comic series. If they get a different Carnage, I'd love to see it. Deadpool versus Carnage could be fun. I think that's an odd pairing. Right now, I think the one that makes the most sense is a Deadpool and Spider-Man movie. Like that, Deadpool and Wolverine was definitely going to make $1 billion when you announced that. And I'm like, what's the next thing? Deadpool and who would be the next thing that get people extremely excited? Deadpool and Spider-Man. That would meet or exceed the numbers. That would be a lot of fun to watch. All right. Hey, Chris, love your content. Keep up the amazing work. Also, did you see Cyclops, Jubilee, and Colossus are coming into Fortnite? Also, the next season is full of Marvel again. Oh, yeah, buddy. And I'm buying that Cyclops costume. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Tyler Burns Smith interview. So far, nothing. I sent out my request, though. But so far, nothing. It's a busy man. Alan Richson as the Last Ronin. Thoughts? I wouldn't mind it, but I kind of want them to go back to like practical suits for the Last Ronin, or at least a mixture of practical and CGI. I mean, you saw what the Xenomorphs are looking like for Alien Romulus. Get that team to make the Last Ronin look. You know? What's your top 5 favorite early 2000s movies? Oh, man. That's a lot of early 2000s. Let me see. Early 2000s movies. I'm not even joking. Mean Girls is definitely one of them. I think Mean Girls is so funny. I'm going to go Mean Girls. Let me see if I can pull up a list here for you guys. I think Napoleon Dynamite for sure. I think is hilarious. I like Chicken Run, American Psycho. I'm trying to see if like other early 2000 movies. There's a lot though. That's like my prime time. That's when I was like in digesting the most. All these movies, like definitely Wedding Crashers. I like Old School, Knocked Up, Anchorman, Superbad. Heck yeah, those are my kind of movies right there. Was the Truman? No, I thought that was the Truman Show. I was like, Truman Show wasn't early 2000s, was it? Yeah, and all the horror movies that was coming. A lot of stuff in there, man. It's kind of hard to put it into words. I'm trying to see what some of you guys say. Spider-Man 2, Dark Knights, Step Brothers for sure. See some of y'all mentioning Step Brothers in there. Yeah, that's definitely one. All right. Do you think we will get Avengers versus Predator? Avengers versus Predator. Sorry. Alien versus Predators again. I gotta think so. I feel like there is a way to do it. And like Disney, since they're the ones that own Aliens and Predators right now, it's like they have to see that there is something there when you do a good crossover, when you do a good team-up movie, you could make money. As much as I'm loving Prey, Predator, and the Alien franchise being separate, I'd love to see that. I think we will see it again. I think we will. It's going to take some time, but I think we will. X Ready Set React. Thoughts on my 2 recent media posts on casting for James Gunn's DC, and who would you like to see? Ready Set React. I'll check it out real quick. Ready Set React. Maybe that's the wrong count. I can't find it right now. Ready, set. Oh, I gotta put them spaces between it. I'm only doing this because you sent it in a super chat, buddy. I'm only doing this because you sent it in a super chat. Ready, set. All right, so let's see. You put. Okay, not some bad faces. Josh Hartnett as Green Lantern would be dope. I like that. I mean, Chris Pratt as Booster Gold is definitely like one I would want. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the angle right. Can't get it. Plastic Man as Kumail Nanjiani, I love a lot, but I think he's gonna end up being Booster Gold. And I like Yahya Abdul Mateen II as Green Lantern. That's some good choices. Some good choices. I dig it. If you had the mutant gene activated, what power would you want? What color would your super suit be? I would want a mixture. Okay, I want that Wolverine healing factor because I need that, man. I would like to not worry about things like that. So that Wolverine heal factor, and I'm gonna go ice powers. Yes, Cyclops is my favorite mutant, and I think he's cool and all that. But you gotta admit that's kind of a burden. As much as I love red lights, seeing red all the time would get a little boring. And you know, so I'm gonna go Bobby healing factor with Iceman powers, man. All right. As far as my suit would go, I'd just be that Iceman. I'll be naked. I just have my ice schlong slinging it around. On the topic of Kevin Smith, there's a new movie of him called The 43, which looks perfect for a boomer at heart like me. I did see the trailer for that. I'm like iffy on it. Some of it looks good. Some of it looks like, I don't know, like an outdated kind of. When outdated, I don't mean because it takes place like in the 90s or whatever. I just mean outdated where it's like, I feel like I've seen this kind of movie done a lot, and I just don't know if there'd be anything new to say to this other than that Kevin Smith flavor. I'm going to give it a chance, but yeah, it looked all right. 3C Film, I hope Mickey Mouse Screamboat turns out good. The Mousetrap was okay. When are you going to make a review of the Umbrella Academy Season 4? You guys really want me to talk about Umbrella Academy, man? It won't be for a while because, like I said, I got other stuff to get to, but I am going to end up watching that. And I'm like, the Mousetrap is something I'm trying to get to. And yeah, hopefully Steamboat will be good. Will you do any meet and greets soon? I don't know if there's like enough people to do meet and greets in Dallas and whatnot. If I'm ever like in Cali or these bigger cities, I'll think about it. Mainly like at a Comic-Con. But I'm also just scared, man. Some of y'all people might try to kidnap me. Might try to steal me. You don't know. I'll think about it. Have you seen Fallout show? What are your thoughts? I love the Fallout show. I've never played Fallout, never got into the games. I didn't know if I was going to like the show, and I really dug it. I thought the story was good. The world was interesting. It was very well fleshed out, cool characters, nice reveals, tightly paced. I can't wait for season 2, and I was actually really wanting to play the game now after that. So yeah, I like the show. Hey, Chris, me and my mom love your channel. Will you review the movie Cuckoo, or have you seen it yet? I did watch Cuckoo this morning. I do want to do a review on it. I'll just leave it at that. But I did see it. I'll tell you, you'll have to wait for the review. When is Invisible Season 3 coming out? It was amazing. They said by like next year. Like they're trying to make sure there's not like big gaps like they were. Just hopefully Amazon doesn't drop it on the marketing, because that's what they did with the last season. They like split it up, and then no one cared when part 2 came out, and I feel like no one's even talking about Invincible anymore. Have you seen The Amazing Digital Circus on YouTube? I have not. Are they good? Are they exciting? I will jot them down. And I will keep them in mind, my friend. I will keep them in mind. Okay. Let's move forward. Have you heard of the peak masterpiece Food Fight? I have heard of Food Fight. That is that animated movie? Is that with like Charlie Sheen? Food Fight. Or is this the YouTube thing? Nope, that's that Charlie Sheen movie. Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think I'd ever review it or talk about it on the channel, but I have heard of it. Big Chris, what's up? Any news on Gary Durbin Salem's Lot? Also, me and my buddies are working on a short film inspired by Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Well, good luck with that, my friend. I hope that turns out good. Dude, don't know what's going on with Salem's Lot. I'm like, this better not be a tax write-off. You know Warner Brothers loves to do that kind of stuff. I think one day they're just going to, I think it'll pop up on Max. I don't know if we'll get a theater release for it. What was it like to meet Dogpool? Little late, sorry. Oh, no worries about that. Dogpool was awesome. I wanted her to lick me. I was like, lick me with that weird tongue you got. But she was so sweet. And I love dogs. I think dogs are so precious. So just like holding her. And I really wonder if she's the real dog from the movie or if it's just, you know, it has to be, right? But it was just cool. It was awesome to hold her. Love your channel. Have you seen the Hell House movies? I freaking love the Hell House movies. I have not seen the most recent one, though. I really got to. And I think they're coming out with another one. Was it this year? I think it's this October. I'm excited for that one, too. Maybe it'll be time for a good review video of all of them. 3C, you should have gone on the escape pod. I know. It's because we met up in New York for the Deadpool Wolverine premiere. And so their base and their stuff is in LA. So I wasn't able to do that in time. But one day, I mean, I end up going to LA a lot sometimes. So I know eventually I'll be on that pod. I always like the Ghostface in the MTV Scream. He's always playing and tricking his victims with technology, and his kills were brutal. Yeah, do not knock the Ghostface MTV Scream series. I, for the longest time, thought it looked dumb and it was stupid. First 2 seasons are awesome, and the kills are very creative and brutal. I agree. I enjoy the mystery, and I thought they did a good job. I wouldn't mind seeing another attempt at a Scream TV series. Can you blow a kiss to the camera? Love your videos. When are the rest of the X-Men reviews coming out? Never. I just shattered your dreams. No, they're coming soon. Reed's working on them as we speak. So stay tuned. We both going to we both going to be fun uncles to our nephews. I was like, we both going to be Funyuns? I'm going to be a Funyun? Oh my God, how did this happen? Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Have you seen the horror show From? Very underrated. No, but I've seen like those posters, and I have had fans like you talk to me about them. So that might be something I put on my list for when I have nothing to watch. I'm going to watch From. Hey, 3C Films, I just wanted to say that I love you. I love you too, LBM. Love you too. Rate your favorite movies of all time. Oh, you mean Marvel movies? I'm thinking you mean Marvel movies. Favorite ones? Okay, Captain America, the First Avenger. I just really love that one. I think the First Avenger one is really good. I'm going to go No Way Home. To obvious reasons. That just highlights of all the Spider-Man people in there. Infinity War. Endgame is awesome and all that, but Infinity War was something else when that came out. That was definitely one. I already had a Captain America movie, so I don't want to put another one in there. Obviously, the first Iron Man. A lot of good in there. And you know what? Curveball. Incredible Hulk. I don't think that one's a bad one. I actually really like Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk. I wish we would get that version of the Hulk more often. Will there be a Daredevil trailer at D23? Also, will you be reviewing Marvel's Agatha week to week or wait till it all releases at once? I think I'm gonna do Agatha all at once when it releases. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just not a big fan of Disney Plus shows anymore. I've just gotten burnt out on them. Don't get excited for them. And Agatha just really doesn't look like a show that's my cup of tea. But I hope I'm proven wrong. If it's so good, I'll do the week to week. I don't know. And there better be a Daredevil trailer at D23. That's what I'm hoping for. Bambi the Reckoning poster has been released. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. It looks rad. It looks rad. Explain the difference between Marvel Multiverse and the Sacred Timeline. It's so funny, though, about the Sacred Timeline. Because the Sacred Timeline was a concept that Kang made, which is a timeline that's supposed to create him, right? Or a timeline where he's in it. And that's his timeline, and that's why it's the Sacred Timeline. So after Loki finished and got rid of Kang and let every timeline be free to live and not die and just be their own thing, Well, there should be no thing as the sacred timeline because the sacred timeline was Kang's thing. So interesting. It's just another word for sacred timeline is just the 616, the main timeline, the sacred timeline. I don't know. That's just the way I remember seeing it. Rate your favorite Marvel movies. Just did it, my friend. Appreciate you, Chase. Appreciate you. What is your favorite 90s movies? Oh man. Okay, Dumb and Dumber. Any Jim Carrey movies. Dumb and Dumber, The Mask. Was Truman Show? That Truman yeah, 1998. Definitely on there. Scream, of course. Scream was a 90s movie. So I'm gonna have to put the first Scream on there. I'll even throw Bride of Chucky in there. Bride of Chucky's a 90s movie. I actually like that one. Speed. Speed is in there. Space Jam. Oh, dude, can't forget about Space Jam. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance. Good Burger. The first Good Burger. Yep. That's a good one. Yeah, there's a couple of ones right there. A lot of good ones. I would love it if Chucky gets soft rebooted by Universal. I want Chucky to stay as the killer, as the scary serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, but recast. You know what? As controversial as that might sound, and as much as I really love and respect Don Mancini, I agree with you. I'm like surprised Universal hasn't thought about that. It's like we have the rights to do the thing every other person is doing with their horror franchise right now, whereas make a sequel to the original movie and start a new timeline. You could do that, Universal. I know Don Mancini probably doesn't want to, and you respect his partnership with him, and cool. But if you're done with that and you want to do something new, Universal can just make Child's Play 2 or make Child's Play 3, after Child's Play 2, because Child's Play 2 is a masterpiece. So you might not want to get rid of that one. We can start a whole new timeline. Go Michael Myers style. But then again, kind of the charm of Chucky is that he's been going on with the same continuity, the same timeline. Everything good or bad about him has stayed with the character. It's kind of amazing. A lot of characters don't do that. Did you see the Saturday Night Live trailer? Yeah, we talked about it. I think it actually looks really good. Although I'm more of a Mad TV guy, I'm actually interested to check that out. Ever seen Neurotic? He's a pop culture critic who covers Marvel and Rings of Power. He's tongue-in-cheek, but has over 1 million YouTube subscribers. Yeah, I've heard about that guy. He's the guy who was selling meth to minors. Got arrested for that. And does nothing but just generate hate speech. And no point, because the guy would just use this as like a way to like make himself relevant with my content. It's not a person I respect. All right. How would I send you an alien popcorn bucket? Movie, poster, image you requested to you. Let's see here. I got to. Well, if you're talking about the canister one with the face hugger, your boy's already working on it. He's gonna get it, but I appreciate the offer, my friend. I appreciate the offer. I text you on Insta. I have info for Marvel movie. Oh, you got the info, huh? Kevin Feige, your uncle? He your cousin? He banging your mom? We'll look into this. All right, let's see here. I had hella nostalgia watching Borderlands. Also, did you see the Shrek cameo in the Pentaverse? Yeah, I did see that. That's the Mike Myers. I really wanted to like that show because I love Mike Myers and I think he's so freaking funny, especially in Cat in the Hat. But I couldn't get into that show as much as I wanted to. I was like, not for me, man. But the Shrek cameo was cool. Glad you like Borderlands though. Glad you like Borderlands. So yeah. Let's see. We got one more super chat in here. Hey, Chris, did you think a Terminator movie could work if it was from a due perspective, like from a detective who thinks the Terminator is just a serial killer who kills women with the name Sarah? That could be interesting. I'd still want the Terminator to be heavily involved in there, but yeah, I think you mean from the perspective of someone where the mission doesn't matter. Right? Because so far, we've always seen a Terminator movie from the perspective of the person who needs to die or is connected to the person who needs to die, right? Whether it's Sarah Connor protecting her son, John Connor, or, what was it? The Dark Fate character who was like the new John Connor and all that. It would be cool to see the movie from the perspective of someone who's unimportant to the Terminator, but makes themselves important to the mission, That could be something. I don't know, spice it up. All right. I believe if Mark Hamill was given another movie of Child's Play, Chucky would have been fully realized, maybe better than Brad Dourif, in my opinion. second movies in a horror franchise usually tend to do better because the first movie is all set up, building the world, and the second movie is where you can go crazy, do a lot of fun stuff. So I agree. If that Child's Play movie got a sequel, we could have been seeing the franchise done by now, be on the third or fourth movie. But sadly, that didn't happen, my friend. Transformers and Godzilla in the MCU. Like a comic? Oh. Well, that was the final super chat, my friends. Now your boy's gonna rest up and get ready for the D23 panel, so that way Papa can make a video for you guys and talk about it. I just want to say thank you, lovely people, for being here, watching me talk some movie news. Y'all are fantastic. Hopefully, I have more videos for y'all this week since it was a slow week last time. But either way, I love y'all faces. Keep being you. Stay positive. Adios, my friends. Adios.